Hi, welcome to today's blog post. Today I'm going to be talking about the internet. You can go on the internet and find anything. Jim and I do that all the time. We'll say, well, we remember a commercial that we used to like to watch when we were kids. Hey, let's look it up on the internet. Or say when a celebrity died, we'll look that up. Or the record of a sports team, or anything like that. What the history is of certain events, or where something got its name, like what origin something is, anything like that. We also get our news and sports information and weather and all sorts of things from the internet. We don't even turn our TV on. We don't have Netflix or anything like that. So we still watch our videos through the TV. We put a DVD in and watch it through the TV. That's the only thing that we use the TV for, practically. I mean, sometimes we'll pop it on, but most of the time it stays off unless we're watching DVDs. So it's basically a monitor. We don't use it to actually watch TV. So, today's talking about the internet and what a big part of our lives it's become. We can also find our tribe. That's the new word, it seems, to describe the people that you have things in common with, your friends online. We can also find them there. People who are just like us. How exhilarating and uplifting that is. And comforting too. To find people who are exactly like us, or nearly so. And that's really exciting. It's really a morale booster. And it can sometimes save a life. Say that if you are thinking that you're the only one that behaves in a certain way or thinks in a certain way, and it's not bad. It's not a bad thing you're doing, but it may be counterculture, or it may be something that the general population may not be ready for yet or doesn't approve of. There are people online who do have that same issue, do have that same interest, do have that same feeling. And you can go on and you can find people on there. It is awesome for people who maybe feel out of place. Maybe they feel like they don't fit in. They can find somebody on the internet to talk to. Okay, that's the good part. Now, and also, I wanted to mention another thing that's a good part. Work. You can find work online. Maybe you have mobility issues. Maybe you haven't been able to find a job in your own town, but there are all sorts of places you can find work online. And also for, say, somebody like me who has my own business as a coach, I can find people to network with online. I can find all sorts of people who are interested in what I do online. They need those services. They need the services I provide. I'd never know them. I'd never be able to access them or talk to them or get to know them if it weren't for the internet. Because maybe they live across the world. Maybe they live across the country. They aren't in my neighborhood. They aren't in my city. So I never would have access access to them otherwise. So that is really cool. I really appreciate that about the internet because I can reach so many people to get my message out there. And other people can too. People who are trying to raise money for certain organizations, certain causes. They go online and advertise it there and, put bulletins up, have a blog, have a website, anything to get the word out. And it helps them raise money and raise awareness for that particular problem or that particular cause. That is the really cool thing about the internet. You can reach so many people in relatively less time than you can, say, trying to get the message out through the mail or in your own town. You can only reach so many people that way, and it's a lot slower and a lot more expensive and then it is going online. But then there is the other side. Something that I've been thinking about. You get to know others in a way that you previously couldn't online. Say, from my videos and my website, people can tell my personality. They can tell how I am through those videos and through what I write on my blog, etc. That they couldn't tell before. Say, if they were trying to buy something from someone or buy the services of someone in their own area, they don't know what they put on Facebook. They don't know what they would put on Instagram or YouTube or anything like that. They would just be going by, okay, all right, this is a salesman or this is a service person. I know nothing about this person. And yet I'm supposed to trust them to hire them as a coach, trust them to hire them as a plumber, or whatever. You don't know that person. Now with the internet, you can. You can find out a lot of different things about people. And people put videos and personal stuff up to help people know more about them and build trust. And it helps to build trust when you view videos over and over again of what a person is like and what they provide to you for free. Some of the things are for free. And in that process, you get to build the trust because you get to learn more about what they are like and what products they provide, what services they provide, and why. And so it goes so much deeper than, say, if you just didn't have the internet and you had to go with just trusting your gut, like, okay, this guy seems okay. And maybe you could ask former customers of theirs too. You could still do that without the internet, but everything is just so much more right there for people on the internet. And so those are good things. But I also think we are getting to be a bit too much into the internet, too reliant on the internet, because we don't know our neighbors. Some of us don't know our neighbors. We don't talk to people in line at the grocery store. We're sitting there looking at our phones. We don't talk to people at the airport. I used to talk to people all the time at the airport, and now all they do are they're looking at their phone or their Kindle or something. They do not have any intention of talking to me. They're talking to the people that they want to online. And also shopping malls, doctor's offices. Doctor's offices, they sit there and they read their Kindle or they are online playing a game or something, they don't talk to each other. And even at parties, you'll see people, texting away on their phones or posting pictures on Instagram or something. They're not actually getting involved with the people that are there. They're not actually talking to the people that are there, right there in the same room. And let's see. We're talking online, and I think it's nice that we can get out there and be with people, communicate with people across the world, across the country, anywhere, practically. It's good because I think that might help with relations, or I would hope it would, to realize that really, no matter where we live, everybody's basically the same. And we have the same hopes and same dreams and same, interests and so on. There are some people out there, that are like us, and they don't even live right near us. So we can find people anywhere with interests like us. They're not that different from us, we find out. And that's okay. But we're not doing the hard work in talking to people in our own backyards, in our own neighborhoods, where maybe we live in a place where a lot of people aren't like us. So we go on the internet to find people who are. But we're not doing that hard work to get to know those people that may not have everything in common with us, may have a lot of different views from us. But we don't bother. We just go online because we know we can find a bunch of people on there who agree with us. So why would we bother talking with the people that don't agree with us? We'll just sit on Facebook and yell at them because they don't agree with us. We don't try to actually get together with our neighbors and try to know our neighbors and know the people that are around us, because maybe they have different feelings about things. They have different opinions about things. It's too hard. It's too hard to actually crack that exterior and really get to who they are otherwise. Because they're not just, say, a different faith or a different Democratic or Republican party, or their political party, race, and so on. There's stuff underneath that we're not getting at because we can just go online and talk to people that agree with us. And that can be dangerous, really. And it's sad because we're just concentrating on the people who agree with us. How in the world are we ever going to grow? How are we ever going to really live in harmony with people who don't agree with us if we're always around people that do? We need to strengthen that muscle that is tolerance and open-mindedness. We need to flex those muscles and realize that not everybody's going to be like us, but let's dig down deep. I mean, sure, maybe on the surface they aren't like us, but I'm sure that if you dig deep enough, you'll find something that you can agree on. And that's, I think, a really important thing that we are missing in the internet culture, that we're not getting, because people just don't want to bother, or it's too much work. I don't know what everybody's reasons are for doing that, but I would say it is fine to have the internet, but not to live there, and not to discount your community and discount your neighbors and the people that are around you right there that you can touch, and you can see their eye contact, you get eye contact from them, and their facial expressions and their body language. I mean, you can do that through Skype too, but you can't touch through Skype. And so, and that is a really, really important part of getting someone and relating to someone, is the ability to touch. Hugging is so good for us, and touch is really a personal thing that really means a lot, and we miss that totally when we're online. So let's see. We need to start conversations with those people around us. And if they don't agree with us, have a discussion. There's nothing wrong with that. See where it can go. And not be so closed up from the people that are different from us. So I think that's just something that I've been thinking lately about, that it is good to be online, and it's good to be able to see all these things and experience talking to people that you never would have otherwise. But you also have to remember that you have a community that you live in. And you need to get involved in that community. You need to see the people around you and talk to the people around you, whether they are different from you or not. Open up to them and be more social with them. Just to get to know them, because it's really, I think it's dangerous not to concentrate on compromise and learning something different about somebody. So what if they're different? They can still be your friend. You can still be around them. You can still work together on projects. You don't have to be the same. Just think about that and get more involved in your community and get to know the people that are around you, and not just stare at your phone all the time or stare at your iPad all the time, your Kindle. Look around you, see who's there, and strike up a conversation. You might be pleasantly surprised. You may find a friend for life, or get an eye-opener, learn something, and maybe they'll make you laugh. Take care. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, and I will talk to you again Friday. Take care.